Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we set number 40262. This is the second seasonal set, Christmas Train Ride, and it was released alongside Christmas Town Square, which I reviewed just recently. And unlike that one, this set was re-released in 2018 and delivered to Barnes & Noble's, Walmart's, maybe Target? I haven't seen it there, but maybe there's reports of it existing in those stores. But I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and I decided to get it because I thought it was cool. I was hoping that eventually Christmas Town Square would show up there, but I resorted to just buying that on eBay. So that was the one of the two that I was more excited for. But this one still has some stuff that I was interested in checking out. So let's take a look. I like the look of these two little market stands. However, this was super apparent from reviews and everything. This is not designed to fit minifigures. You cannot fit a minifigure inside this space at all unless you do that. And he's not going to serve customers like that. That's a little weird. But, you know, it's disappointing to me that they include a barista at this little, I don't know, cookie and coffee shop. Cool to get those cookies printed. There's two of them plus the extra one included. And, you know, the coffee mugs are cool to get. But it's disappointing that we get a little stand for him to serve stuff from, but he can't really use it at all. Like, the stand is too short. It's too skinny. I would have preferred scrap one of these, destroy it completely, put all the parts into just making that one bigger so that you can actually use it. I don't know. This is very disappointing. The other set, I said I didn't mind it. The one stand that they had there, that, you know, was too small, but that's because there was plenty of other stuff in the set. These kind of feel like the main, like there's two of them here, and they kind of feel like the main focus of the set. So, I don't know, I just don't really like it. They are, you know, obviously intended to just be a little backdrop. You know, you can have your guys serving coffee from outside, but I don't know, I don't really like that, and as a result, not a big fan of these builds. This right here, by the way, is supposed to be a ticket. This is supposed to be where you come up to get your ticket to ride on the train. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, it's not a real train. It's just a, like one of those fairground little trains that, you know, kids get to be ridden around in. And for that, I think it looks okay. It's not the coolest looking thing ever. They did put some good effort into designing the actual front to look like a train engine. I'm not a fan of the wheels, though. They just really don't work for me in this case. I don't know what they could have done better, but I just don't like this. You get a ton of skateboard wheels in this set, though. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot. I can't think of another set that includes 7 pairs of those. But, you know, for what it is, it's alright. It has the low friction ball joints, so you can, you know, really whip this thing around if you want. And you get 2 identical cars, which, as you can see, kids can just stand in, or you can have adults just sit down. You know, it works. And they all end up at the same height, with kids standing and adults sitting down. It's okay. It looks somewhat decent. I like the Christmas color scheme. But yeah, that's about all I can say about it. Note that this is definitely a newer run of the set, because I did get 2 1x1 plates in old Pearl Gold and 2 in new Pearl Gold. So, you know, there is that, and, you know, that does mean that it was produced in 2018. And the other sign of that, you'll see with the minifigures, has to do with his torso. Last 3 things in the set include a little, just tiny hill with a tree on it. That's kind of whatever, just scenery. It's just cool to get, but, you know, it is what it is. This right here is a little bench with a lamppost, and I like the map on that lamppost. That is actually one that was designed for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so that's why it looks like a city, which it is. It's a city, and it's kind of cool. It's very it's not very easy to find in sets. You know, it's not super common, and this is the first one I've gotten, so it's cool for me to get a new piece in this set. The actual bench here can be used by minifigures, but the table here, which is the last little build, is super duper scaled down, and it can be used by child figures, which is, I mean, I guess that's cool. You can have a kid sitting down at the table, which, that works. But if you try and use an adult on this table, it will not really work. The one thing that I would have liked to see is if they were to, for example, this is some super duper, just sketchy modifications, so, this is not me attempting to make it perfect, but if they were to have raised this by one plate with two, just 1x2s on the side, you could have had an adult sitting at that as well, with their feet just sticking under the table. That would have been a lot nicer to me. I don't know why they didn't do that. Include two 1x2 plates. You can easily remove 1x2 plates. They include them right here to add height to a thing that's not going to hold a minifigure anyway. But they could have been added here to, make this minifigure compatible. Another knock for the set, and just an apparent bad design choice. I don't know if maybe that's an illegal technique. It's like, oh no, your minifigure's legs are going to get caught underneath and you're going to never be able to remove them ever again. Or maybe they just wanted this to be a kids-only table, but I do not like that. Obviously, the adult, if that modification was done, would only be able to sit in the center, but I mean, that's okay. Like, you can move the kid to the side if you have to. I don't know. It's just some... Maybe it's a minor nitpick. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but I feel like that's a little bit lazy. Maybe, am I wrong? I don't know. Tell me in the comment section down below. Even the figures in this set are a lot more common than the ones in 40263. These two are not bad figures. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. This hairpiece is introduced for Black Widow and Age of Ultron. I didn't have one, so that was cool for me. But, the torso on that one is a little bit uncommon, only appearing in 5 sets. It's, a Winter Village torso. It was also used for Aunt May once, but I believe it was introduced for the Winter Village Toy Shop, the re-release, which I don't have, so I guess that's kind of cool that I finally got one. I think this is the first one that I've had, but, it's nothing crazy. It has appeared in some cheap sets as well, too, but, I guess that's probably the nicest part in the set. Her face is very common. Neither of these have alternate expressions. I like his torso, but I've had a couple, I believe. I forget what that was introduced for, but it's... it appears in a total of 10 sets, so it may have been Monster Fighters. Is that Rodney Rathbone's torso? Yes, I believe it is. So, it's a cool part. His face print has the glasses and the eyebrows and the beard. I like his hat in dark red. It's cool to get. She has a ticket. It's not one of the printed ticket tiles. I believe this came out before that set. The set that introduced those tiles did. And she has back printing. He has back printing too. Neither of them has an alternate face. Both cool figures, but nothing nearly as uncommon as the stuff in 40263. And then we have Jang Brooks, the coffee shop employee, and he has, or the coffee shop torso has become significantly more common over time, but it's still a cool, a cool thing to get every time I get it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It does have the coffee chain logo, like Larry the Barista from the Lego Movie. But the most interesting thing about this figure to me is the torso and the whole thing surrounding it. You'll notice the one here shown on the box is the gender-specific torso with the female curves printed. The one that I actually have is a gender-neutral torso. And yes, they did update it at one point, but that was, I believe, after the original set was released. So I guess later production runs of this set would have received the newer gender-neutral torso, while older ones would still have the gender-specific one. So, it's it's cool to see that they've updated it, and I think that this torso is definitely more useful to get. Part of me was wishing I would get the gender-specific one just so that I would have, both examples, because I also have the Winter Village train station now where you get this, and it has one of the gender-neutral ones. But his face print is just the Jangrick's face. He has the Jangrick's hair as well. Overall, cool figure, and nice to get in the set, but again, nothing crazy uncommon. This is probably the cheapest way to get a coffee shop employee, so if you wanted, this figure, I guess this is a good way to get it. One last quick thing before we get on to final thoughts. I did forget to mention while I was busy ranting about this picnic bench, those 1x4 Palisade bricks in dark brown are actually very uncommon, having only appeared in Ninjago, Lighthouse Siege, and Temple of the Ultimate Weapon, and here. So this is by far the cheapest way to get them, and I probably did some work in lowering the prices of those through BrickLink, etc. But overall, this set is very, very mixed bag. The figures are good, and it's good to get 3 figures for, a $10 set. That with 168 pieces, or 169 pieces, that would suggest this is a good value. And as a parts pack, sure, it's a good value. There's some interesting, relatively uncommon stuff. Nothing, crazy, but it's not bad for what it is. However, the actual build of this set is really, really not good. It's some very lazy design choices seem to have been made, as I've pointed out throughout this review. I can't. I don't know. I can't recommend this set as a build. It's just, none of it looks great. For example, the Christmas Town Square, the Christmas tree looks great, fantastic, and the rest of it is good. But this one, it's like they designed both of them at the same time and put all the good ones, all the good builds in that one, plus one of the little stands like this in the other set, and then they put all the crap here. This could have been fixed so easily with pieces that are in this set without making, this stand, for example, look worse. It would have just, or without making it work worse, because this doesn't work anyways. It's not like you can fit a figure in there. Why not make it one plate shorter to make this actually fit figures? I don't know. I mean, it's just, the design of this set just kind of baffles me. I don't know. I don't like it much at all. Some of the stuff looks good. Like these are fine. This is okay looking and half works, but they could have made it work so much better with 2 extra pieces. This train, some people are gonna like this. It's not my favorite thing ever, but it's not bad. It's kind of middle ground, and then these are just bad. There's cool parts again, like the prints, but they don't work at all, and I don't understand why they can't work at all, especially in this one where there's 2 of them. They do make up a good amount of the stuff in the set, so I don't know, I wouldn't really be okay with just removing them completely. But there's 2 of them. Just pull out the middle post, right? Do that, and then do this, right? And then you still can't fit a figure in at this point, but you could then pull out one of, this is, we're kind of going crazy disassembly mode, but if we pull out this, and we pull out this, I'm not going to cut any of this, by the way, because I want you to see how easy it is to fix this, just at least partially. Look at that. Look, now you have something that, wait, we need to raise it up, actually. I forgot about that part. But we throw this here, you throw this here, okay? And then we do this. And look, now maybe it looks a little weird. Whoops, lighting. But I said I wasn't going to cut it, so I'm not going to cut it. But yeah, look at that. Oh, hey, look, he can stand. Isn't that cool? Don't you wish that LEGO had thought of that? Look, now we'll even add this plate there to keep it from just sagging in the middle. Look at that! Isn't that incredible? And look, I had a couple pieces left over as well. And wait, actually, you know what I had left over that I could also take here? I know I just put it there, but look, guess what? We have 2 of these plates left over. You know what we can do with those? We can put them here. And then, look, this right here, this table, it can fit a person, like a real person, not a little kid. It can fit a full-size person at this table. And you know what else you can fit still at the table? So it's not a problem. You can still fit the kid too. Look, they both fit. The train's all the same. Yeah, that's, this is better. I don't know, I partially fixed it, and look, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts left over. So, look at that. And you could save some money as well. Like, oh, just do this. This looks better. Because everyone's going to just put these right next to each other anyway. Because, you know, that's what they're kind of designed to look like you're supposed to do. There you go. I fixed it. On that note, I'm going to end this video here before I continue to go insane. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.